that. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I hope I have your permission to record this session. Wow, thank God I got reminded of it. Yeah, so we'll do a quick Q&A session in the end, and I want you to be really focused. If you have any queries after the session, if you want to discuss your case or something like that, you have my email address. Please make a note of it. You can send an email to me, or if in case you have my number, you can DM me on WhatsApp and we'll discuss. Now, what's important, the most important thing today that I want from you for the whole journey of your fertility is your commitment. Do not give up. This is not the time to give up. The problem is that most of the times something else comes up and our, this bullseye on the focus, the way that we should actually take this journey, the focus shifts, right? So don't do that. Keep your eye on your bullseye only. Everything else that keeps happening, it should be surrounding. It should not be affecting what you're going through, right? Then what is the agenda for today? So today we are going to discuss what affects our fertility to begin with. So the biggest issue is we are not even aware that what is affecting our fertility. Then second, how exactly acupressure can help and what acupressure can do and what I'm going to teach you about. Then third, what exactly do you do during the 2 weeks wait and what you're supposed to do during the 2 weeks wait. Then fourth is how to make it work in the longer run and what else I can do to help myself. Apart from this, what else you can do to make it work for you. To begin with, I wanted to share this slide with you, which talks about the reproductive health problems that we as women in India are having. So it has certain problems that's already associated here, which means any reproductive health problems. So 54% of women in Mumbai, 36 in Delhi, 30 in Chennai, and 28% in Kolkata are having these problems. Now, the thing is, this could also be, this could easily be skewed because we never know how many of us are actually going to the doctor with these problems. Are we even reporting these issues or not? So this number definitely would be much more higher than at least any 2 reproductive problems: an abnormal vaginal discharge, itching, irritation, bad odor, abdominal pain, fever, any other problem, UTI, recurring UTI, pain during intercourse. This is something that happens a lot. Then bleeding after intercourse. A few women even bleed after intercourse. Now the thing is, all these troubles that we are facing, they are actually recurring in our lives, and somehow we are not able to correlate it together with our fertility a lot of times. Till the time that we are actively trying for pregnancy, we don't realize how all this is affecting our chances of pregnancy too. Now, infertility can definitely be caused by genetic predisposition. So infertility, basically the word itself is very small, but it has a whole pervasive meaning. So sometimes the cause of infertility is the environment around us, the people around us, the toxicity, our own mental blocks that that cause us to not be able to become a mother. So somebody who doesn't feel about being a confident mom, that also is an emotional block that will not let you become a mother. So somebody had a miscarriage, or someone had to abort a child when she was not even married. Now she's not able to conceive after 8 years of marriage because she still holds that guilt of aborting that child. So all these emotional blocks also affect your chances of fertility. Plus, the environment around you, the kind of people around you, what you're hearing on daily basis, what kind of thoughts you're sending out to the universe on daily basis affects your chances of fertility. Now, obviously, I have mentioned some research information here just to give you a perspective that what is happening within your bodies, and you're not alone. You're not alone in this. There are so many women who are going through with this, and I just want to be this one teeny tiny part to help you at least go from step 1 to step 2, if at all it's possible, right? So in addition to potential reproductive hazards of exposure to environmental contaminants, there is also evidence for adverse reproductive effect of the physical and psychosocial environment. So it's not only your physical environment, it's also your social environment. Now that you know that you're not alone with this, it's not only you who's getting affected with this, I want to share a little bit about myself so that you know that I'm also a part of your tribe, right? I was you at some point in time. It might be a possibility that you've had an even worse experience. I can definitely, vouch for that. Maybe you've had even more difficulty. You are facing much more issues than I am, because I was able to get pregnant after like 4-5 years. Probably this has been 8 years for you, or 9 years for you, or 10 years for you, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is that what you're experiencing for these many years, even I have experienced it. So I know where it is coming from, what kind of feeling it gives you, and how easy it is to lose hope. So I hope you have already read what I have done and what am I doing and what probably I can do for you and for other people. But I also wanted to share something about Dr. Sheetal Amar Manak. So recently I told you about the certification, right, that I took. So I'm recently getting certified from her into a lot of alternative remedies, because I have seen them working very closely with a lot of people in my surroundings. So I just wanted to understand that, what is the deeper connection? So you have taught me that these 2 points, if you press, your kidney will feel better. Now the point is, I wanted to understand why exactly is it happening? How does it work? So to know that, I have recently started taking these classes. Believe me, this whole stuff of alternative remedies, it's super powerful. It's very, very, very enlightening, and it increases it raises your awareness to a different level. So she's the one who has conceptualized this whole program, and a little bit about what I want to do. So I simply want to help you, as simple as that. This is what my mission is. That's why this is a free session. And probably that's why I'm going to offer you something really amazing by the end of this session. It's all going to be as per what you need and as per what you can afford. I can tell you that much, right? So how exactly did I change my story? So a lot of you, like Sada, Vijay, a lot of you already know what my story is, but there are so many new people here. So I just wanted to share that, how exactly did it happen that I couldn't get pregnant with one baby? And then 5 months after having my daughter, I was pregnant again. So I struggled for good 5 years that I didn't have a baby. And then after 5 months of my daughter being born, I was pregnant again, which was another stress. So first thing first, I got married in 2014, and then we thought that we'll try have an early child. We wanted children early so that I can resume my career as soon as possible. So I wanted to do all that, and I was working with American Express, and I had this very cool job of being a trainer to people who are doing customer service and stuff like that, and I was very good at what I did. Now what I did was I tried and I tried and I tried. For first year, people say that you keep on trying, and when you don't get pregnant in 1 year, you then go to your doctor that now doctor, I did that. I did everything. I got to know that I have to go through a series of tests. All that happened. This tube test, IUI, everything happened. And then probably I was not getting pregnant. So I thought, okay, maybe it's God wish. 2 years went by. I went to the doctor again, and this time he said that, she said that your husband's sperms are not capable to get you pregnant. I mean, you'll never be able to get pregnant with his sperms. You'll have to go for donor sperms and stuff. So that really, really shook my husband to a level wherein he was very much exhausted. So I thought, okay, let's just leave it as it is. Let's just leave this pregnancy thing be. We'll adopt a child, as simple as that. So then after that, but then I kept working on myself. So what I did was I went on ship with my husband. So he was in Merchant Navy. So I went on ship with him. And there on ship, I charted my itinerary in a way that I could actually meet these alternative healing experts, because every time I went to my doctor, she said that, you have unexplained infertility. Now, the problem was I didn't understand what this unexplained meant, right? Unless and until, so one time when she told me that my husband cannot become father, I was like, okay, this could be one of the reasons. But then she also said, you also have problems which are which we cannot give you a positive or a negative or a response for. So I thought, okay, let's do one thing. Let's go towards natural remedies. Let's go towards alternative therapies, because any which ways allopathy, there's only one option of IVF left, and that too with a donor sperm, which I was pretty sure my husband would feel shaken up about it all his life. So I thought, let it be. Then I went to Spain, I went to Germany, I went to Australia. I went to all these places and I met different people who were practicing something like that. So they were very spiritual kind of people. They were very sacred people. They had this enlightening about them. One lady was teaching mind massage, how to, get your uterus, your organs into place. She was 92 years of age, and she did this massage on me. Within 3 months, I was pregnant and I was on ship. Okay. So I missed my period. I checked it. I was pregnant. But then in those 3 months, simultaneously, I had gained almost 10 kgs in 3 months. And I had no idea what was happening to me. Why was I gaining so much weight? So I thought maybe because of the ship changing timings again and again. It was the reason for that. But then I had gained weight, and within 2 weeks, I miscarried. So that was the most devastating time for my life, because I was thinking, okay, acha, now I have moved towards Ayurvedic stuff, or maybe what do you call it, natural stuff. But even that is not working for me. So what is going to happen? And the same thing, same solutions I was even applying on my husband, that, I am doing this, you also do this. And somehow it worked, right? I don't know how it worked, but somehow it worked. Now, after that, again, I went to the doctor. I told her, she got me testing my thyroid and everything. I got to know my thyroid level was 36. So those of you who have thyroid know that, going above 5 is detrimental, and 36 definitely is a recipe for miscarriage, because that's the biggest problem with thyroid, that first it won't let you get pregnant, because the second half of your cycle will be shortened by it. And then third thing, the most important thing is, even if you get pregnant, the chances of miscarriage are really high because of thyroid that you already have. So I thought, okay, I will probably work on myself. So I became a pregnancy wellness coach just for myself. I was pretty selfish back then. I thought, okay, let me first fix myself, and then I'll see what I can do. So probably I started working on myself, and after a lot of what I did, PCOD happened, this happened, that happened, diabetes happened, so many things happened, IUI happened. And then after all that, finally I got pregnant naturally with my daughter, when I had given up on everything. And I thought, this is it. I'm going to have the best party of my life in Goa. I'm going to drink as like a fish. I'm going to have so much fun. And then when I got back from there after a week, I got to know that I was pregnant. So I don't know how it happened, but it really happened, right? So I took all this trip. I learned all that. I just shared that with you. I became a certified pregnancy wellness coach and health coach with them. And then this is what happened. This is my daughter. She was born in 2018, and 2019, my son was born. And these were the problems that I had during both of these pregnancies. So the problem was that, the situation didn't really end right there. It added up to so much during the pregnancy itself, that it was like every month, for the first 3 months of my daughter's pregnancy, I was having this bleeding. Throughout the pregnancy, I was bleeding. And it was like every minute I thought that, maybe this is the time I'll have a miscarriage. But thankfully, all that didn't happen. All that I had learned, I put it to work, and it all worked in my favor. Now, the biggest problem with us is, you read this word instant gratification. Any one of us know what is instant gratification? Any one of us can try to give me an answer about what is instant gratification, basically. What do you mean by instantly feeling grateful about something? So what happens is that every time we order this food on Swiggy, we know it will come in 30 minutes, right? So we don't really have to wait for it. So this food will come to us in 30 minutes, and we know that it is something instantly that we can access, right? So a lot of things in our life are accessibly easily, that instantly we can get that. Now the biggest problem with people who are trying for pregnancy in this age and time is that they want instant results. They want it to work as soon as possible. They do not want to put in, they do not want to wait, which is very much understandable, because for anything else they don't really have to wait. So earlier it used to be like, that if you want to go out and have dinner, you had to wait that, okay, this is the time that we will go out, and other time we'll cook at home. So a lot of things have really changed around us. Now you can get things on your fingertips. Then that's why you want the solutions also to work for you on your fingertips. So what does instant gratification does? It gives you a good dopamine kick. So this workshop that you are attending right now, this is also a dopamine kick for you, because you thought that, acupressure, okay, maybe this will solve my problem. So I'll join the workshop. You join the workshop, you will learn everything about it, right, today. But after a week, you'll stop practicing it. Why? Because it's not giving you instant results. It promised you something, but you have lost the patience to go through it for like 3 months, 4 months, because all these natural remedies and solutions that are around you will take time. But most of the time, we do not give it that much time. Why? Because people are pressurizing us. People around us are putting pressure. We ourselves are making us a pressure cooker कि अच्छा इस महीने भी नहीं हुआ, अरे अब अगले महीने भी नहीं हुआ, अभी इस महीने भी नहीं हो रहा है, अब ये होगा कब, right? So now we put off the tasks which give us delayed gratification. So this is a task that will give you delayed gratification: acupressure, mind massage, writing a diary every day, offloading your emotions. All this will give you delayed gratification. I took good 2 years to actually, get through all this, learn all this, get it out of my system, and then get pregnant. Now the thing is that for you it might be 6 months. For some, so one of my recently joined clients, she took only 2.5 months and she got pregnant, and her AMH was something around 1 point something, and by the time she was done with all this, at 2.5 month mark, her AMH was 2.9. So the thing is that you have to be really committed towards it, and you shouldn't have any second doubts. Those doubts that keep coming in, you need to take care of those doubts. How do you do that? I'll teach you today. Now, first thing, the most important thing is you need an expert to get it done. Means you need somebody to really guide you through it. That you are hooked on to dopamine, just get out of it. And then fear spectrum. That you would rather put it off. Anything that I teach you today, you would rather put it off because there's no certainty. So if I give you a written prescription that this is the tablet, after 21 days you're going to get pregnant, is there any chance that you will skip even one pill? No, you won't. Right? You won't skip that pill because you are sure that you know that this is something that is going to work. But when I talk about acupressure, naturopathy, something alternative healing, there is no guarantee. So when there is no guarantee, there's nothing written in iron words, golden words. You're like, it might work, it might have worked for her, it might not work for me. So this self-doubt, self-criticism, you really need to get out of it, right? So we are in a habit of putting our health, body, nutrients, sleep, relationship, life at stake. Traditionally, it was home. Now it is home plus office, plus a lot. Plus now it will be added, a baby will be added. So the thing is, men always respond better to treatment than women. So if I teach you something today, if I give you a diet chart that, this is a diet chart for your husband. Even I did that, I created a diet chart and plan for my husband because of his sperm issues. And I made sure he ate it. I would fight with him that, no, you are not going to eat junk, no matter what. We need to make sure that we are able to make babies. So I did all that. I could do it for him, but I couldn't do it for myself the same way. Why? Because I don't respect myself the way I respect him. I don't love myself the way I love him. So the first lesson that I want to teach you is that you got to love yourself the way you love your partner, the way you love people around you. You got to love yourself. Okay, that's really important. So what happens is, when you learn something, when you have some medications, when you have a coach, when you have a tool with you. So this is especially for people who've been with me for a longer time. What happens with you all? Why exactly are you not getting results? Why exactly it is not really working out? Because first thing first, you run after results, right? So I think I'm overweight, and that's the reason that I'm not able to get pregnant. So I've already fed that in my brain. Now I was 10 kgs overweight when I, got pregnant. I was very much 10 kgs overweight when I got pregnant, and it didn't stop me from getting pregnant. My weight didn't stop me from getting pregnant. What was stopping me from getting pregnant? The cycle was stopping me from getting pregnant. So I was trying to fit into my old genes. I had this superficial idea that if I am, I wanted to grow younger, because I thought the time is passing on, this biological clock is clicking, and if I'm not able to do it now, it's now or never. What happens after 30? My sperm, my egg quality will decrease. My husband's sperm quality, I was not sure of. So all these things, first thing is, we are looking at a result that, this is what I want. And the result is very superficial. One, it is your weight. Second is your pregnancy test. Then is your old genes that maybe I'll fit into that. Then if that doesn't happen, because the result is very weird that you've chosen, the goal is very, very weird. It's either your weight or the way you look, or something else that you've created for yourself, or maybe a pregnancy test that this month it has to happen, right? You have put in all your hopes into that. Now you put into this, it doesn't happen. Okay. So it happens, 1 month it won't happen, and 1 month it would. So maybe this was not the month. So you go into the self-criticism mode. Why can't I? Should have stuck to my diet. So Parul told me this is this that I have to eat. I didn't stick to my diet. Then why can't I lose my weight? Why is it such a big problem? Then why me? Why is it happening to me? Every month I have to go through this. Every month my mother-in-law asks me, "Aa gaya kya period?" Abhi is mahine bhi aa gaye. So every month I have to go through all this. Why exactly is it happening to me? So this self-criticism starts. The moment you see your periods, you start hating yourself because you start blaming yourself, right? Then you are actually setting up a pattern for negative self-belief. So what you are saying to yourself when you are asking these questions, why me? You're actually telling yourself, I'm not enough. I'm not putting enough effort. I don't deserve it. That's what you're indirectly telling your subconscious. Now, because you're doing that, your mind, body, and soul, the law of attraction and physical manifestations, it start manifesting the same thing for you. It start putting the same picture in front of you, and you're like, oh my God, why me? So again it happens. So then now the negative self-belief, which is just one line, it has actually become a mental and an emotional block, because now you think that it is only you that is, please mute yourself. So now you think that this is your emotional block that's affecting you. And then it manifests into your AMH, into your eggs, into your hormone imbalance. Why do you think people suffer from thyroid? So why do you think thyroid happens? So a lot of us know that it is because of some hormonal imbalance. A lot of us know that, it's an hormonal imbalance that happens, that all this is not really working in your favor. And you know that your glands are making more thyroid hormones than required, or less thyroid hormone that requires. But why exactly is your body doing that? And why does it happen to women only after marriage? A lot of women, very few, I can say only 10% get it before marriage. A lot of majority of women get it after marriage. Why do you think it happens? Because the location of thyroid hormone is exactly at your throat chakra. So if you're even a little aware of these chakras and auras, you would know that throat chakra is all about communication. It's all about opening up. So after marriage, the best thing and the worst thing that we do to ourselves to survive or sustain is we block our voice. Sometimes we want to say something, but we don't say it because it's our sasural. How can we do that? Then sometimes we face a lot of backlash, and there's so much going on into your married life. You're not comfortable with stuff. You can't tell it to your parents because maybe it was love marriage. That's why you can't share it with them. Even if it was arranged marriage, probably you don't want to hurt them. So problem is that this communication block that you're creating here on your throat is actually manifesting itself in terms of thyroid. So from today itself, those of you who have thyroid, I don't want you to start, shouting on top of your voice that I will fight with you and, do that. Don't do that. But what you can start doing is start writing it down. Maybe you're not able to tell it to somebody, but at least start writing it down. If you feel that you can share it with me, you can email it to me that this is how I feel, this is what happened today, this is how I feel today. So you can probably just give it a way to come out of you. Probably that will help you balance out your hormones. That's like really important. And always learn to say no. It's important that now you know how to say no, because a lot of times not saying no is not an option, right? Now, how do you go ahead and break this pattern? So first thing first, as this Lindsay Eastburn, the author of It's Conceivable, it's a very good book. If some of you are into reading, read this book. And the 3 Keys to Conception, this is also an amazing book. And one of my mentors and teachers likes to point out that you cannot left brain a baby. Okay, conception is one of those areas that are exactly the opposite of doing. It is all about letting go of control, surrendering, and allowing. What do we mean by this? It means that stop Googling your symptoms, stop researching for answers on applications. Because if you don't let go of this control that you're trying to put your body into, अच्छा ये क्यों हो रहा है, अब ये क्यों हो रहा है, अच्छा इसके साथ ऐसा हुआ था, probably मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हो जाएगा. If you do not surrender, if you do not allow things to happen to you, probably it won't. Because the more you get deeper into it कि अच्छा ये क्यों हो रहा है, अभी वो क्यों हो रहा है, अभी ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, अभी वैसा क्यों हो रहा है, you are creating blocks for yourself. For example, I am God. Okay, let's take this example. I am God, and I have the capacity to grant you anything you want. Okay, so I have the capacity to grant you anything you want, and only condition is that I need to hear it from your mouth. Only condition is I need to hear it from your mouth that what do you really want. And if I am God and I want you to do that, imagine for the whole month, for the whole 30 days, I'm monitoring you. For day 1, you think that, okay, this is day 1, you get your periods, you start into that cribbing mode, you get into that negative self pattern belief. All I'm hearing is that this is not happening, this is not happening. I'm like, okay, fine. Then you go on with, but then the only problem is I'm God, but I'm not able to understand no. The word no is not in my dictionary. So you're saying this is not happening, but I'm hearing the sentences without no. So what I'm hearing is I'm not pregnant, pregnancy not happening, what is going on, mera AMH, mera sugar, mera thyroid. So I'm thinking, acha, this girl wants all these problems, is it? Then after a while, you go for your ovulation phase. For that whole month, you keep googling those symptoms and you keep doing a self talk to yourself कि अच्छा मेरे साथ ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है, मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है. And the God is listening to all that, but the God thinks that, okay, I'm confused, what does this girl wants? Does this girl wants all these problems that she keeps us obsessing about? Does this girl want all these issues that she keep googling about? What does she wants? Because not even once during this cycle I have said this to myself, I'm pregnant, I am healthy, and I have a baby in my womb. Never even once in this whole cycle have I said that, nor have I believed it. Because what I'm doing is I'm worried about my symptoms. I'm worried about when it is going to happen. So I talked about what to do in this 2-week period, right? So in that 2-week period, you have to make sure that you do not do this, what you have been doing. Break that pattern and start believing that you're pregnant, and believe it with all your heart. Yes, maybe it will not happen the first month. No, I can guarantee you it will not happen the first month. Probably not even second. But if after staying positive for 6 months, if you can get your results, what's the harm in it? And the most important thing is, you don't have to believe कि मैं इसी महीने pregnant हूँ. That's where we all go wrong. You don't have to believe कि यही महीना है, because that will definitely backfire. You have to believe that I'm going to get pregnant. I'm already pregnant and I have a baby inside me and it's growing. So when exactly will you see the proof of that baby? That depends on God and time and so many factors. But what matters is your own psychology, what you're feeding inside your brain, what you're telling the universe, what you're talking to God about. All you have to talk about is a beautiful, healthy baby. You don't even have to use the word pregnancy. Just talk about a baby. That's it. Right? So for many women, the process of healing the emotional issues that are blocking pregnancy is a key component in unlocking fertility and opening the door to conception. The body and mind work as a synchronized team. This is by James Schwartz. The book is The Body, Mind, Fertility Connection. So if you want, you can read this one as well. Now, raise your standards. Stop treating yourself like a victim. That should be the first step. That, okay, you are not enough, this is why is this happening to me. Stop all these thoughts, just stop, because the point is this has not gotten you anywhere. So however long have you been trying, this has not gotten you the result. So simply stop it. And the hard truth is, nobody cares who you are. Nobody cares about you. Nobody in this world cares about you. And that would remain the truth till the time you don't care about yourself. That is important, that you care about you. So you talk about this with your husband, he listens to you for a little while, and then he gets irritated, exhausted, and he's like, chodo yaar, ho jayega jo hona hoga. Forget about it. He's in that zone. You talk about it to your mother-in-law, she backfires something onto you. So fact is, nobody really cares about what you're going through. But you should be able to understand that they are not going to give you that recognition, that help that you're needing. You have to bring it out from yourself. You have to bring it out from within. So try and be your own hero. Do not expect anybody else to be that sympathy wala person, because do not try to self-pity yourself, because this is not the time to feel pity, right? How will you create a life if you feel pity on yourself? Now change your limiting beliefs. You might have many. So I have the most common ones I have heard is, I already have one, God will not bless me with the second. I'm not enough because I'll not be able to take care of a child. I have not yet gotten the result. I have spent like 9 years, 10 years. Maybe God doesn't want this for me. So these are the basic common limiting beliefs that I've heard. So if you have any such belief, just get it out of your system. Just leave it outside. Change your strategy, have a game plan, and take action. That is the most crucial step. What does fertility mean? It means your mental health, your physical health, and your social health, right? So it also means your lifestyle, exercise, attitude, information, nutrition. The biggest problem is you're not able to take care of all of this together. And that's what creating a problem. So you do it for 1 month, you leave it for another 3 months, and then you start again. So first thing first, you have to create a game plan which is more conducive to your own situation. That maybe this is, so maybe these are the 10 things that I have to do. I'm only going to stick with these three, but I'm going to stick with these three for a very long time. If you decide it that way, then maybe it'll work for you. But if you keep doing today, not tomorrow, skipping 3 days, going again, so these things are not going to work in your favor because there's no rhythm to it. There's no synchronicity to it, right? So try and go ahead and, get this. And also when you look at this chart, probably think that where my problem lies. Is it in all these triangles? Or is it in only one triangle? Is it only physical? Only my physical body is the problem, or my relationships are also a problem? Because believe me or not, since last 2 years I'm doing this, and 90% of the time people are not able to conceive because of the relationship factor, because of the communication factor, because they're not able to take the right action because of what's going on in their lives. So if you are somebody who struggles with that, probably keep an eye out for that. Then your attitude, how do you feel about yourself? How do you place yourself, right? So, and now that you understand what it is all about, you need to know that the moment you do it, and the moment that egg and that sperm meets, whatever zone you are in on that day, and whatever is happening, your own emotional state will actually be transferred to your child. So whenever you are thinking about conceiving a baby, always do it in that zone wherein you feel good about each other. Don't think कि अच्छा डॉक्टर ने बोला है ये 2 वीक का टाइम था, ये 2 दिन का करना है, इसमें करना ही करना है, तो भले ही लड़के बैठे हैं, गुस्सा है, we are not happy with each other, but we are doing it and we are like be done with it. अच्छा ठीक है, करके खत्म करो. Probably you will not conceive that month, and even if you do, you will see a lot of crankiness, colic, and all those things happening to your baby, because you might even endanger your child's future cardiometabolic disease. You might be giving that to your child, so probably don't do that. And this can I is something that I want you to remember always. So always you ask yourself, can I? So can I do this? So can I actually means constant and never ending improvement. You really need constant and never ending improvement in terms of your health, and you need a positive belief system, and you need some accountability to win. So I hope I have given you something to actually, start this journey with, because even if you learn what I'm teaching you today, if you do not have the right mindscape for it, you won't succeed. So all this, the good, 40 minutes that we have spent is actually to get you into that mindset, because this is what you need. Now, what you need to understand is, what is acupressure? How does it heal? How many of us have heard about acupressure? How many of us believe that it works? So give me a yes or no. If you believe it works, give me a yes. If you don't, give me a no. And it's okay if you don't believe. It's absolutely okay. Anyone there? Am I audible? Give me a yes, no? Okay, no idea. Okay, I never thought it works. Okay, I believe, yes, okay. All right, so first thing first, it's scientific. It's not a hocus pocus, right? So it's not like, acha, theek hai, kuch aisa karo aur kuch aisa ho jayega. It's not like that. It's very much scientific. Acupressure, and then the next stage would be acupuncture, wherein they put those needles inside you. So these are alternative remedies, and what they actually do is they stimulate your central nervous system. So we all know now that there is this neurons that are going throughout our body. So what it does is that it stimulates that nervous system, and that in turn releases chemicals into the muscles, spinal cord, and brain. And these biochemical changes may stimulate the body's natural healing abilities and promote physical and emotional well-being. So I want to ask you, have you seen a child, a baby? So I'm sure you must have seen it at some point in time, a baby, a child, it falls off, it gets up, it rubs itself, and then he's into that play zone again. And their problems also heal very well, आपने उसको गुस्सा किया. I have 2 kids, 1 3 1 2. So मैंने गुस्सा किया. I really shouted on my baby, and I was like, okay, क्या हो रहा है ये? Why are you doing all this? Why are you not listening to me? So probably he's scared for 3 minutes, exactly 3 minutes. I've timed it. And 4th minute, he's like, oh, ha, 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 again going about his life. Why does that happen? Because they do not have the capacity or the capability to actually accumulate the negative stuff inside them. But we do it on a daily basis. So we believe कि जो हमारा environment है, whatever environment we are living in, it has a capacity to impact us. We know that toxins है, environmental stressors है, we know कि stress है, we know all that, और हमें ये भी पता है that all this has a capacity to affect us, but we don't want to believe that our body has a system which can probably get us out of this. So now the fact is, the body actually has a system, because our body has a healing capacity. If in case you might have seen the Netflix documentary called The Mind or something, I don't remember the name exactly, probably I share it with you, but I remember what happened to this guy. He had this whole, the whole spinal cord crushed, but his hopes were not. All he did was, while sitting in his wheelchair, all he thought was that my spine is actually aligning itself, all the bones are getting in sync, and I am, healing myself. And probably in 6 months' time, when doctors said that probably he will not be able to stand or something, he was able to do it with his own willpower. And obviously, not only his willpower was working, his body was working with him, right? So our body does have that capacity to heal. The only thing is we need to be able to charge it up for ourselves. Now, this is going to be a little heavy for you, because you might think that, मुझे इतना सब कुछ याद करके रखना है. The fact is, you don't need to remember all this. You just need to understand, and then you need to simply take a print out of this thing that I'm sharing it with you, stick it somewhere and do it 5 minutes a day. That's it, right? And how you're going to do it, I'm going to teach you. All right. So we'll do this together. Okay. So here, this, so your face itself has so many nerves, right? So when you look at the nervous system, you will realize that your face is actually connected to every organ of your body through this very, very, very minute nervous system. Okay. So what I'm going to teach you today is face acupressure. What it will do for you is, it will help you with your fertility and hormonal balance. Second thing that it will do for you is, it will help you have this glow on your face, because you will be stimulating your facial nerves. And then the third thing that is going to do for you is make you feel confident, because without a tool, to do something for yourself, without a tool, without a remedy, without a solution, you feel helpless. कि अच्छा मेरे पास तो कुछ है ही नहीं, मैं कैसे क्या करूं? So today, this is going to be a tool to heal yourself, right? So start with me and listen very carefully, okay? So this is your face. This is where you put bindi, if at all you wear it. But just above the point that you put your bindi, there is this point which, if in case you rub it 5 times, you can actually activate your brain, right? Because this point is actually associated with your brain nerves. And then just above this point, if you rub with 2 fingers, you're actually activating your cranial nerves, the nerves that take a lot of blood and oxygen to your brain. So if you want yourself to be, intuitively capable, emotionally healing, you need to do this. This will help you whenever you are stressed, whenever you feel that, you're losing the connect with the higher power. You need to do this. If you do this, how you need to practice this is, you need to do this, only these 2 points we are learning right now. One is this, that is your brain point. You press it 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you rub the cranial point with 2 fingers, again 5 times, right? So what I want you to do is, whenever you feel low, whenever you feel exhausted, whenever you feel nothing is working out, I want you to activate this brain point. Why? Because this will activate your brain to think about the reality that you're in, not the pseudo reality that you're creating around yourselves. No, and it will also help you remove the stress, because it will actually get your brain to be working, and it will stimulate it to reduce the stress load that you're actually taking on yourself. Now, how to do this, and when to do this, and when not to do this. So always do this after 45 minutes to 1 hour of you having a meal. That's really important. Why? Because after you have a meal, your body is working towards your digestion. If you divert that blood flow towards some other organ, then you will be hampering your digestive system, which we don't want, right? Because what it does is, it gives you, your brain, your mind, a signal to work towards something else. So 45 minutes to 1 hour ka gap is mandatory when you are practicing acupressure, okay? For fertility, I would want you to practice this 3 times 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. Your brain point doesn't have to be done in the evening. So in the evening, you don't press this and you don't press this. Why? You will be stimulating your brain and activating the cranial nerves, and which will lead you to insomnia. So you won't be able to sleep at night because you'll be activating the whole system. You don't want to do it after like 6 p.m. because then if you do it, then you will be activating the brain and then you won't be able to sleep for the night, or maybe you will be awake for a longer time. We don't want that. A restorative sleep is something which is very crucial for your fertility. Okay, so how many points have we learned? Brain and the cranial nerves, right? Got it? Yes, you can tap also. Tapping is also good, rubbing is also good. Okay, now we need to understand what is the other organs that is involved in getting you pregnant. Your hormones. Everybody is like hormones, hormones, hormones. This is where your endocrine glands are, right? So rub this area for 5 times, 3 times a day. Okay, I'll repeat. So you get, this is the brain point and this is your cranial nerve. This is your brain point, this is your cranial nerve. And after this, just next to it is on your forehead is your endocrine glands. What are your endocrine glands? There are 7 endocrine glands in your body which regulate your hormones. Your ovaries are also a part of your endocrine glands. Your thyroid is also an endocrine gland. So you need to go ahead and rub this 5 times, 5 into 3. Always remember this, 5 times, 3 times a day, right? That's it. Okay. Now, how many of us, any one of us here has got COVID or something by any chance? I got it. So any one of us has survived COVID? So if you have survived COVID, you might have realized that you had a lot of pain on your eyebrows. Did you have this pain of your headache? I mean, did you had headache during COVID? A lot of pain here in this area. Yeah, remember that? Okay. So as per face acupressure, this is your lymphatic system. What do you mean by lymphatic system? The system which flushes out toxins from your body. So more toxin overload, you will have pain here. So your eyebrows, you remember that? Your eyebrows are your toxin removal. Okay. So remember that this is your eyebrow and this is your removing the toxins from your body, lymphatic system. Okay. So far we have covered brain, cranial nerves, endocrine glands, pituitary, hypothalamus, ovaries, and then your lymphatic system, which is for your, what is it? Type guys, type. It is toxins from your body, right? So you need to reduce your toxin overload. So this is how you do it. Okay, so every day we come in touch with a lot of chemicals and toxins. This is how we can get them out of our body. Okay. Now on the right side, we have the gallbladder. Okay. On the right side, on your temples, we have the gallbladder. Anybody has any stones or something? Gallbladder point. And then here exactly just opposite to it is spleen. So gallbladder and spleen. Okay. Now, what about indigestion? Anybody here? Indigestion, a lot of problems with constipation, loose motions, something related to your stomach, a lot of heat in your stomach. A lot of heat in your stomach, in your body, acidity. This is what you need to focus on. Do you have dark circles by any chance? Dark circles? Do you have dark circles? Remember, your dark circles are actually an indication of you having your dark circles, an indication of you having stomach troubles. So stomach is your, a lot of heat in your body. So you rub this area, this under eyes. Under eyes is your stomach. You remember the shape of stomach? It's something like this only. So this is your stomach. You rub it 5 times into 3 times a day. This is your stomach. Okay. Now we will remember our stomach, right? So stomach say related, we have our intestines. So we start on the right side. We start on the right side and we do this. What is the shape of the intestine? We remember the shape of intestine? 12th की science book में था. ऐसे सा होता है ना, कुछ square सा बना होता है, large intestine. This is your large intestine. You need to rub this 5 times. After your stomach point, you need to rub this 5 times. Now, I will tell you which organs to treat and when. First, we are just learning where these are located on our face. Okay. First, we are just learning where these organs are located in our face. And then we learn when to press which one and which combination will work for you with what problem. Okay. So you already got your large intestine. Now you get your small intestine. Just below your lip. Just below your lip is your small intestine. Absorption issues. Somebody is having some medication that your doctor is giving you and somehow it's not giving you results. You might have some absorption issues. Your small intestine is responsible for absorbing the nutrients that you're taking from food, from medication. So you should always rub this area, small intestine, so that your absorption improves. Now, what about your uterus? Where is it on your face? You see this dimple inside? You see, just below your intestines is your uterus. This is your uterus. You should rub this 5 times, 3 times a day. You should always do this. Once you remember this and once you stick this chart on next to your mirror, you will remember this within a week. Where is what? And you will also know how to treat what, right? And this, your chin is your urethra. Anytime you have UTI, start pressing this area. You know, you can do it more than 3 times also when UTI is there. You will see the infection going. But what else do you need to treat when you have UTI? Your kidneys. Anyone here who get dimples? Just like me? I get 1. Yeah. So anyone here who gets dimples? Smile, guys, smile. We are here to smile. So when you smile, you get these dimples, or wherever you think this, depression is, this is your kidney. These are your kidney points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this line, if you just simply match it to your chin, this is your urethra. So whenever you have UTI, you go this and then this. This, slide it, and this. Okay, so what we have learned so far, this is our brain. This is our cranial nerves. This is our endocrine system. That is all the hormonal imbalances. This is our lymphatic system to remove the toxins. This is our stomach, right? So that we can reduce the heat in our body that we talk about. This is our large intestine. And this is our small intestine. Just below that, we have our reproductive organs. For men, it is testicles and your sperm forming area, even the penis, everything is included here. So any problem with that organ, you do this. And then just below that, there is your urethra, okay? There is your urine area, this. And then these are your kidneys, right? And this is the tube attaching your urethra to your kidneys, okay? Clear so far? Everyone with me so far? Yes, no? Come on, give me yes, no. Good, great. Now, what about our liver and pancreas? Because, they are very important organs. So when you did this with your kidney, you remember we have these lines on your cheek, right? So your right side is your liver and the left side is your pancreas. This is your liver and this is your pancreas. Okay, so just next to your kidney, you have your liver and pancreas. This is your large intestine, small intestine, reproductive organ, urethra. Got it? So far? What about the heart? A lot of people tell me that, I have heart issues, pregnancy mein preeclampsia ka, already BP ka problem hai. There's a lot of, strain in the family. So what about your heart? Remember, we do this with our babies. So I have this teaching doll. I'm also a lactation counselor. So this we do with our babies a lot of times, right? and you want to do this with your child, you might be doing this with your husband also. So this part is basically your heart, your nose tip. You press this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what about the flow to your heart, the blood flow to your heart? Where does that come from? This area, just next to your nose. Auricular flow and ventricular flow. So when you press this, you also press this. Okay. Now, very important organs of our body. This, you have this. Okay, let me show you this side. So you have this temple area wherein your eye, this area starts just next to your ear. So we have your eyes just next to your ear. We have your eyes just next to it, nose, ear, eyes, ear, nose, throat. Eyes, ear, nose, throat. Eyes, ear, nose, throat. E-N-T. Okay. Eyes, ear, nose, throat. So always remember, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me show it to you on the slide so that you remember this. Eyes, ear, nose, and mouth. So you can also consider it your mouth and throat area. Okay, so eyes, ear, nose, and mouth. Okay, this is the 4 areas. I have talked about the brain point. I've talked about the cranial nerves, talked about the endocrine glands. This is your lymphatic system. This side is your left side is your spleen, then your gallbladder. Then your under eye is your stomach. Then this is your liver, this is your pancreas, your heart, your auricular flow, your venous system, right? Your arterial system and venous system. Your large intestine, your dimples are your kidneys, your small intestine, your reproductive organ, your urinary bladder. We are just left with 2 organs more that we need to learn about. One is your tongue and your jaws. And the other thing that we are left with to learn is your lungs. Okay. So where are your lungs? These 2 cheeky cheeks that you have, these are your lungs. So anyone smoking here, please do this 3 to 5 times a day. If at all you have smoked ever in your life or you are currently smoking, this will help you shed the overload. So this is your cheeks. And then I talked about your jaws and your tongue. So anyone having any speech issues, or if you have a heavy tongue, or if you get, there is a lot of deposit on your tongue in the morning, you see that it is not normal. So you can, do your tongue point. So we have learned almost all the points already, that where all these points are. Now we are going to learn how to treat them in organ pairs for what issue. So obviously you will not remember this chart today. I do not expect you to, but I want you to keep this chart ready with you so that you know what you need to treat for what. So any one of you here has any PMS, period problem, late or early menses, or weight loss, fat loss issue? Weight is not, and then thyroid. So when you are treating these, so you have something here called liver and gallbladder, heart and small intestine, spleen and stomach, lungs and large intestine, kidney and urinary bladder. See, these are the organ sets. So while you are, if you need to choose your problem from this list, that this is my problem, you can treat 2, 3 out of them together. That's not a problem. So for example, I take, because I have thyroid, so I take this one, and I have thyroid, so I take this one also. And I also want to improve my sexual strength, so I'll take this one. And then probably I want the absorption also to work, because I have the issue of, a lot of things not getting absorbed. So medicines are not really working on me that well. So probably I take this set as well. So what I'm going to do is, if I have any problem related to this, for example, period problem, I am going to take care of my liver. I'm going to press my gallbladder point. With that, I'm also going to press my eye point, right? So whatever I have taught today, You don't have to do all of this every day, but you have to be very focused on what your problems are. So if your problem is this, and you might be able to associate that if you have this issue, any of these issue, you might be having a lot of anger in you. So anyone can associate that, those who have periods का problem regularly, कभी delay आ रहा है, कभी आ रहा है, कभी नहीं आ रहा है, कभी जा रहा है, कभी gap ज़्यादा हो रहा है, कभी ये सारे issues हो रहे हैं, कभी thyroid का problem है, muscles and ligaments में उतनी strength नहीं है. If you have all these issues, then anger is something that you battle with. You can take a screenshot of this so that you remember it. But is there anyone who can say yes or no to me for this, that you have these issues and somehow you feel angry a lot? Can you associate this? Or maybe you like the taste or you dislike the taste of sourness. So I hate sour food. I can't tolerate it at all. And I do have this problem because I have endometriosis and I have thyroid, and I also have PMS, really bad PMS, because the moment I, start nearing my periods and there is some fight with my husband, he'll tell me that your periods are about to come. So that's the reason you're behaving like this, right? So now this is something you need to keep a check on, that, okay, probably this is my problem. So I need to treat my liver point, my gallbladder point, but along with it, I also need to treat my eye point. So prior to this, when I used to teach you guys this, or Dr. Sheetal took a session with you to teach this, she taught you the basics of it, right? But she did not teach you that there is a correlation between all these organs, because obviously this is some advanced stuff. But I want to give you the advanced stuff because I don't want you to struggle anymore. I want you to take action, and I want you to get rid of any problem that you already have. And to do that, you need to understand what are the nuances of this. Now, this might come as heavy, that, okay, Parul, you're giving so much information. This has been an information overload. कि अच्छा, अब मुझे ये भी याद रखना है, वो भी याद रखना है. So point is, आपको कुछ याद नहीं रखना है. आपको सिर्फ प्रिंट आउट निकालना है और उसको चिपका देना है. और हमेशा, you just have to look at it. अच्छा, this is the problem. Okay, these are the 3 points I need to press. Simple. It cannot get as easy as this. Okay. So now, again, we will take this. For example, people with problem of nervousness, confidence, public speaking, speech, or varicose veins or circulation, they are not able to experience the emotion joy. So anyone who has these physical symptoms, that confidence nahi hai, bata nahi pate hain sabko bahut aasani se, like agar stage pe khada kar diya jaye to nervousness ho jati hai, anxiety ho jati hai, they are not really truly able to experience joy. For example, unka khud ka birthday hoga, everybody would be celebrating around them, but they would have this flicker inside their heart ki acha, they will not really be able to be truly happy, experience joy that the life has to offer. Right? So if you have this issue, and you might have something related to your heart and intestine, you need to treat these in combination, your heart, your small intestine, and your tongue. So these treatments are not only for your organs, these are also for your emotions. So for example, today I'm feeling very sad, right? So today I'm feeling absolutely sad. I feel like, I'm hopeless, I'm lost. So if I feel sadness, then I simply need to go ahead and treat my lungs, my large intestines, and my nose point. If I press these points, probably I'll be able to, get out of my sadness easily. My emotional state will change. How will it change? So when you press these points, it triggers different kind of, chemical reactions in your body, which helps you get over things. Right? So you're able to get out of sadness. So whenever you're feeling very jealous, somebody just told you, okay, I got pregnant. Now you're feeling super jealous. And it is actually killing you from inside that, she's pregnant and I'm not, and this and that. If you're feeling this emotion, you treat your spleen point, your stomach point, and your mouth point. You treat these 3 together, and you will be able to get out of it very, very easily. Now, if you have this milky white discharge, anybody here suffering from any kind of discharge? Because that we have heard is like very common. So white discharge, thick discharge, you treat your spleen, stomach, and mouth. Watery discharge, you treat your kidney, urinary bladder, and ear. So a lot of you keep asking me, Acha Parul, this is what is happening, that is what is happening, what should I do? This chart should be your ready reference guide to treat yourself. if you're facing any of these troubles, because this will give you a tool to actually correct what is going on in your body, right? So that being said, there is another therapy that I teach is color therapy, right? So one day I picked up a book by my father-in-law had it. So it had all these, these old people have these kind of chikitsa wali books, right? Alternative remedies. Plus, he is very much into it. So I took this. I tried, it worked. Then after a lot of years, like almost 5 years, I met Dr. Sheetal. I spoke to her. She told me that, she practices color therapy, and I wanted to understand more. How can just applying sketch pen get me rid of pain? The fact that it has gotten me rid of pain. But then I wanted to know, how is it working? So I have recently undergone that training as well, and believe me, it blows your mind off when you understand what is the logic behind it. So I have a surprise for you. But before that, if you have any questions about what I have just talked about, I am open to take questions first, and then I will give you what surprise I have in my hands for you. Any questions? Do you want me to share that screen again? Will it help? You guys are here, right? Any questions if you have? So either you will have a question or you will not have a question. At least give me a yes or a no accordingly so that I can move on. And one more thing. Okay, Anju, you have a question? Okay. No questions? Okay, Anju has a question. So would you like to unmute yourself? Which point is to increase the dopamine? So first thing first, you don't need dopamine. That's the biggest problem in your life, dopamine. So you don't need dopamine, because dopamine, what it does is it makes you feel good for a very little time. And then the moment the dopamine wears off your body, you feel exactly the same kind of downslide as well. So when kids are taking a slide, they go up some stairs, and then there is a slide that they come down from. Dopamine takes you up those stairs in your emotions, and then the moment it wears off, you come down from that slide only, and it is more devastating. So you don't really need to increase your dopamine. What you need to do is you need to get rid of dopamine, because it puts you into that instant gratification mode. Ki turant, for example, reels. Why do you think reels are very famous, not a Zoom call like this? Probably अगर इसके बारे में मैंने 15 रील छोटी छोटी बना दी होती तो super viral हो गई होती. But this whole Zoom call, I have only 15 people. Why? Because that's like instant information. You take that information, you feel happy about it, and you swipe up. Same thing keeps happening. So you see something, you like something, you swipe up. Why? Because you want to see what's next, what's next, what's next. So what's next is actually that dopamine kick. But when you put the phone away, you feel, oh my God, दुनिया में सब कितना कुछ कर रहे हैं, अभी life में तो कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा. Does that not happen? So that is the effect of dopamine. That is the effect of instant happiness that you want to get out of experiences of different people. And that's what is happening to us as a society. Why is it all the ads are on reels now? Everybody's doing it on short videos. YouTube had short videos. Why do you think this whole marketing shift is happening? Because everybody is hooked on to this stuff now. Nobody wants to watch a whole YouTube video. Everybody wants to have that 1 minute ka gyan and then move on. Right? But that 1 minute ka gyan, does it really help? Does it really get you out of any problem that you are in? No, it doesn't. That is the biggest challenge. What gets you out of any problem? If I have to ask you, what gets you out of any situation? First is smart work. Second is hard work. Third is commitment. Fourth is being there, doing it, taking actions. Today you want to lose weight. Will you be able to lose weight watching 5 quick tips in 3 minutes? No, you won't. You will be able to lose weight if you work out 30 minutes every day for 5 days. Now for fertility, what kind of workout you need to do? You have no idea. You look at Google, you look at Zoom, you look at this, you look at that. But if your real problem ka solution won't be there. But there'll be a lot of solution put in your way, and you'll be like, acha, theek hai. Blah, there is so much happening. I don't know what to do. I'm a regular smoker. I would like to know what amount of relief I will get after following these steps, how soon results can be seen. So first thing first, dopamine, don't expect results soon. Don't. The results are not going to come soon. There's no timeline. My body will act differently. Mera points, I have been doing it for a long time. So the moment I do this, I even feel some pressure in my urinary bladder कि अच्छा मुझे जाना है, right? And then you're a regular smoker, which means first of all, if you're trying for a baby, quit. It's like bare minimum. It's very, very, very important. What you're doing is you are addicted to nicotine. Others are addicted to dopamine. You are addicted to nicotine because what it is doing is it is giving you the same pleasure. So you smoke, you feel awesome. You put the cigarette aside, you feel like beep, beep, beep. Do you not? Why? Because it takes you high and then drops you down. You're like, acha, then you get into the self-criticism mode also. कि मेरे को pregnant भी होना है और देखो मैं cigarette तक नहीं छोड़ पा रही हूँ, stuff like that. I have fibroids. Which point is to be pressed? If you have fibroids, you got to press your uterine point, right? And also, you got to make sure that you are taking care of your kidney and urinary bladder and your ear point as well. You need to do this, your sexual strength point, your conception power point. Okay, because your fibroid is stopping your conception power. You need to treat kidney, urinary bladder, and your ear. Okay. Anyone having hot flashes? You know, sometimes hot flashes come in. Spleen, stomach, and mouth. Okay. So all these points, you will get an answer that, you know, this is what I need to do. And Anju, strict advice, stop smoking. No matter what, get nicotine patches to help you. Always do this, you know, help your lungs. It's like really, really important. Okay, so I talked to you about, you know, giving you a surprise, right? What the heck, Parul, I'm here for the surprise. I want the surprise. I want to know what it is all about. So from last 2 years, I've been, you know, working on this whole community. I have this community of good 15-20 women who've been trying for pregnancy. I've supported them, I've helped them. But now I have a good news to share, which is that I'm going ahead with another training very soon. I have applied for a scholarship, and by the likes of it, it looks like that I will get it, right? The response that I'm getting, the motivations that I'm getting, and it is going to be from a very big institute in US, which is talking about a maternal health practitioner, which means I'll be able to help with every aspect of women's health, which means fertility, pregnancy, and postpartum. So I'll be specially trained for fertility by them. Now, that being said, they are offering me a scholarship, and I am somebody who believes in law of attraction. Okay, I believe in law of attraction, and I believe that universe works in your favor if you're ready to give things away. If you're ready to offer somebody something, universe has a way to make it come true for you. Now, today I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to offer you something which might really help you out there, you know, in the world, to treat your issues, to treat your problems, just like today's workshop that I've shared. And I want you to take this really seriously, because this is your health. Nobody else is going to come and, you know, handhold you and get you through it. It's your job to do it. It's your job to get through all this situation. Now, that being said, all of us remember ABCD, right? All of us remember ABCD, and all of us know how basic that is. So if I'm an English teacher, for example, and I have a curriculum, I have a section on ABCD, that means the very basics that you should do to, you know, that you should know to start speaking English, that is A to Z. So probably I have I have an online coaching. So I'm giving some classes on ABCD free, wherein I'm teaching you ABCD for absolutely free. Why? Because now I have something more in my kitty, which means that I know something more, and probably once you learn ABCD, you would want to learn how to make sentences out of it, right? So today, earlier, I used to charge for my ABCD, which means whatever the basic that I had to teach people, I used to charge for it. Now I have created a website for it. So I have really put in a lot of thought, effort, money, everything to make sure this comes a success. And I want to offer it to you today because it is all on a website: mind massage, fertility, drink, toxins, how to avoid. Let me show it to you. This is it. Just a second. Yeah. So this is the website. And I have these 3 courses listed over here. So this is Fertility Booster Blueprint, which has the 5 sessions that I used to take with live audience. It has a recording for it, but it is going to be really powerful because it will teach you how to track your cycles and how to increase your fertility, how you can get pregnant without IUI, IVF, how you can how to do the deed and how to discover your own sexuality, how to make sex pain free, all these things, acupressure, and then the basic level of acupressure and basic level of color therapy, how to remove your emotional blocks. So it's all here. And then this is absolutely for free for anyone else, any one of you who would like to join. And then there is this course which talks about the basics of getting preconception, birth control, mind massage, preconception nutrition. What should you eat? To achieve pregnancy, then female infertility, why does it happen, PCOS, sex, lifestyle changes, maternity policies. And under maternity policies, when you get pregnant, there are sections available wherein you can claim 6,000 rupees from the government itself. So whenever you get pregnant, you can get the money back. Your mindset, your oral health, preconception, how to track your cycle in deep. Then other 50%, what to do about your partner, how to take care of his health, toxin exposure, what vaccinations you need before conception, yoga, exercise, what exercise will help you with pregnancy, what yoga will help you with pregnancy, how to choose your doctor. How do you know that this is the right practitioner for me? If you have any dogs at home, once you bring the baby, how will you deal with that? And then a 30-day good news system, which a lot of you have already gone through with me. But this is all I have added out here so that you can have access to it. And then there is also one more module. I hope this works. There's some problem with the internet connection. So I shared with you, there is also this one more module that is more about emotional health. So there are 10 sessions by Dr. Sheetal, which help you get rid of fear, anxiety, and get out of all these things. So all this website is already ready. I want you all to have access to it. And I'm giving you an option to choose whatever amount you want to put in there. So what I'm trying to say here is you decide how much is your capacity to take this. Whatever amount you decide, you can put in there. There'll be a form that will be shared with you, whatever amount you decide, and I want to offer it to you. Why I'm taking this, whatever fee that I am asking you to decide, is because if we get things for free, we don't really value them. Most of the times we don't. We have this tendency, अच्छा ये तो free में ही दिया है किसी ने, right? Free में मिला है. Right? But the thing is, this whatever I'm giving you, maybe a possibility I'm giving it to you for a price which is very less, or whatever you have in mind, because I want you to be able to afford it. Okay, so I've already listed ki kya, whatever the pricing I have been using. So this is all about tackling fear, anger management, getting rid of blame game, de-addiction, letting go, reframing, discovering the new way of thinking, thought plantation techniques, unconditional love, surrender to your higher power. All this will be available to you. And how do you get this? I'm going to share that as well. How do you get this? You get this in a very simple manner. By doing just a few steps, you'll be able to have access to this. These are the steps so that you can get access to this. The only thing that will not be there is the weekly calls that I do with my community. The calls that I do with my community are paid calls, because see, the thing is, first thing, they have paid the full price for this. Second thing is that I have been associated with them for a very long time, and the time that they are offering me by not taking those weekly calls, I'm actually investing in learning even more about fertility. So once I learn even more about fertility, once I get to do this even more, I will be able to give you much more back in terms of getting you understanding ki acha theek hai abhi aur kya karna hai, what all you can do, what more you can do to improve your fertility, how can you get this triangle into balance that we just talked about. So I'll share with you a WhatsApp group ka link. I want you to share the feedback of this workshop. How did you feel about it? What did you think about it in that group? And if possible, follow me on Instagram. My name is Shaping Motherhood by Parul on Instagram. And in the group, in the WhatsApp group itself, I will share with you a Google form. Anyone of you who would like to take the benefit of this course, I will share with you the details. And then within a week itself, because the website is still under construction, within a week itself, you will get the access to the courses, and the payment is to be decided by you according to your affordability. Whatever you think is okay for you at this point in time, you can go ahead and do that. So if you have any questions for me about this or anything, you can let me know. So I've shared the link of the group in the chat column. So if at all you want to join the group, because this is a free group and I support a lot of women during pregnancy with this group. So any test reports, anything that you want me to check, any questions you have about your AMH levels, this, that, ovaries, etc., everything that has to be, even your IVF journey, if you have questions that, okay, doctor is suggesting this, whether this is okay, you want to take advice, you can join this group. I will share the form. If at all you're interested, you can join this. Why I'm doing this is because I'm no longer interested in selling this at all. I'm only interested in giving this away for whatever price you are able to do this. And I will keep doing this till the time you all are able to, get pregnant. Because I think I have moved on from that stage from, giving this away for a price to actually moving on to that stage wherein I'm able to help you selflessly. The only reason I'm taking this token is because I need to get the website, keep the website running. It's not going to help me run my family because I don't want to do this anymore, right? I want to help you get pregnant because that's the ultimate goal. So if at all you're interested, the link is in the chat. You can always click and join. If you have any confusions, any questions, you have my email address, please reach out to me. And one commitment that I need from you is that please practice this. Try and implement this into your life, the technique that I've shared with you, because it has changed my life. It has helped me get pregnant with 2 kids. It has helped me getting out of postpartum depression. It has even helped me recover from COVID, right? So, and if you think that it is helpful, please share this with other people as well, so that I can help as many people, as many women as I can. So if that is all from my side, if you have any questions, please bring them on. And if that's it, I will end the session. So Sada, these are the courses that you've already gone through since you are already a member of the community. But I am also going to do one free call like this every month with you all, which means today I talked about acupressure and advanced acupressure techniques. Probably next month I'll talk about color therapy and advanced color therapy techniques. So every month that I will keep learning new certifications, I will keep doing one free call with the community, those who are a part of the WhatsApp group and otherwise also, because I just want to spread this information out there that, okay, this is something that you can do to heal yourself. If you're able to, you can definitely go ahead and do that. So that is something that I want to do going forward. And okay, the scholarship, so I can't really share the name of the institute now because it's not 100% certain, but I can tell you that the works are in, and it's a very big institute in Canada, which talks about fertility coaching. So I have applied for it, and probably I'm the only Indian that has applied, and they have this position available that they will offer one scholarship to people of color. So most probably by March 21, we'll get to know. And once I get to know, I will definitely share it and announce it in the group. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anju. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So going forward, I can tell you this, that I am going to train myself even more, equip myself with more information, more knowledge, so that I can be of help to you all. All I need from you is stay with me, trust me, believe me, ask out for help. Join the WhatsApp group, ask me if you have any questions, reach out to me for help, because I have these open arms, just like that, I am here. You just have to grab one hand and go on. That's all I need from you. Okay. So take care, all of you. Bye-bye. See you soon. Thank you so much, Sada. No, I'm sure there are people like me. You all are like me. You all love people around you. The only thing is that sometimes our life, creates these blockages for us. We don't want these blockages anymore. So you all are like me, and I am like you. That's why we are sitting here together. And going forward, my commitment is to help you even more. Okay. Most welcome. Take care, guys. Bye.